The northern logger recently paid a visit to Vermont Wood Pellet, a mill located in the Rutland area of Vermont, near the New York State border. The mill produces 20,000 tons of pellets for pellet burning stoves every year. Vermont Wood Pellet was the first pellet mill in the state and is currently the only independently operating pellet business in Vermont. They employ 18 people and run 24 hours a day, 6 days a week. The mill buys low-grade logs from around 80 logging crews in the area. The first step is to put the logs in a debarker, called a drum debarker, to prepare them to be ground up into a smaller size. Owner Chris Brooks compares what they do at Vermont Wood Pellet to what a refinery does. The logs then go to a grinder, which turns them into chips. After that, they're moved into a dryer, which is heated by a boiler. The chips are then ground down one more time and rolled into pellets. Vermont Wood Pellet does not use any additives to form the pellets, but instead relies on the natural lignins that occur in the trees. That means less ash and less waste than other processes. Brooks calls these lignins the bone structure of the tree. The pellets are made at 140 to 180 degrees and are then allowed to cool off for around 15 minutes. They're then packaged. So why do people use pellets? While pellet stoves rose in popularity in New England around 10 years ago when natural gas prices skyrocketed, people continue to use them because they like them. It helps that wood is a renewable resource and plentiful in Vermont. Vermont Wood Pellet uses what Brooks calls the weeds of the woods, all the low-grade material that loggers oftentimes have trouble turning into profit. Brooks cautions that it's harder to run a pellet mill than it might seem, and that he's had to get creative to find ways to make the mill work economically. But as a fifth-generation member of a family that has always worked in the woods, Brooks is up for the challenge. He calls Vermont Wood Pellet a community-scale mill, which means that it's meant to serve his neighbors. He plans to produce wood pellets for Vermont for a long time to come.